Hey guys, I hope everybody is doing well and having a wonderful week so far, depending on whenever you're watching this. If you haven't already done so, I'm supposed to say this each time I record a video and I just don't because I know the subscribe button pops up and honestly I just forget and I'm so excited to just get into what I'm talking about. So if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. More importantly though, share this video with somebody. It's kind of a pass it forward type thing, right? Because I realize you may watch this video and hopefully you think it's a good topic, but it may not pertain to you. But maybe if you stop and reflect, there might be somebody in your life, in your circle that can benefit from it. So that's my hope. You all know if you've been watching it for a while that I always say I hope at least I help one person. So that's how I help one person, is by you all passing this forward. So if you wouldn't mind, think about that person and send this to them once you get to the end of it. So I have a confession to make. I have no idea what to talk about today. I'm actually trying to make sure I'm better about recording and uploading on a regular schedule. And I have it's been busy and I had midterm grades to do at work, and life never stops for my 16-year-old. And I got to the time where I'm supposed to record and I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. And so like literally 5 minutes before I started recording this, I had an idea, so I'm gonna roll with it and see what comes out of my mouth, because that's where I'm at. Total confession. Usually I'm a little bit more prepared and planned, but I don't want to say I'm winging this one, but I'm kind of winging this one. But anyways, I am fortunate to do something I love for a living. That's one of the reasons why I have designed this channel, my mentoring group that's called Fit for Your Purpose, because I know that I am living in my purpose, and I also know that I'm growing, and it's a journey and I will continue on in different paths, but I do know that I am in my purpose, where that involves teaching and mentoring and helping and encouraging, all of that wrapped up into one. And so one of the awesome components of my job is that I get to, have opportunities to talk to students, encourage them. They come to me, look for advice. I pray that I give them the right advice. But they're also just very organic conversations that we have. And so I was having one with a student recently. We've had a few conversations. And in the middle of that conversation, she asked me a question. And it actually kind of got me reflecting on what I'm winging it with today. And so she asked me, how do I, she's like, how do you do it to where you have a lot of students that come talk to you, and then you're teaching and doing all this, and, how do you take care of yourself? How do you not allow that to bring you down? And it was two things. So my response to her was, one, I love what I do. So it's not a burden for me when my students come talk to me or ask me stuff, more times than not, outside of what we're talking about in the classroom. So it's not a burden. So I welcome it. So it's that was an easy answer. But as I was responding to her, it made me think, like, how do I do it? I actually had to stop and think, because I know she was seeing something that maybe I didn't necessarily see. And so I'm calling this topic today, who are you? As simple as that. Who are you? Because the way I'm able to do what she was asking me, and to, take care of myself and not, allow certain things, and that's just one component of my life. Let's not, forget all the other things that are happening, right? But it comes from knowing who I am, and I'm confident in who I am. And that's not said in an arrogant way, that's said in a confident way. That's something I often say. Not arrogance, but confidence are two different things, right? And every day is not, great, I'll be honest with you. But because I know who I am, I'm able to put boundaries in place. I'm able to navigate. I'm able to know, what to say yes to, what to say no to. I know how much time and energy I have to give, and what I need to do after the fact, after I've been teaching all day, or after I've been listening or mentoring. I know what I need to do in order to get to a space to where I can continue on, right? Because life doesn't stop when I come home, because I'm a single mom to a teenager 2 years away from college. So life is busy. And so that got me thinking, like, for you, I'm asking you, who are you? Who are you? Not, and I know I've probably addressed this in other topics before, where a lot of times when we think about that, our initial response is to start listing off all the roles that we have. I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a whatever your job is, I'm a professor, I'm whatever. But no, like deeper than that, right? I often share all the time. I know I'm introverted. I know I'm an empath, but I'm so much more than those things. But because, I've taken a lot of time and not necessarily by choice. God has put me in isolation and certain circumstances to where it is just me and nobody else, me and my daughter, I should say. And it's forced me to have to be introspective, and it's forced me to have to just sit with myself, and through all the good, through all the bad, when you wake up and you look up and it's just you. I live in a city state where it's just me. All my family is in a whole nother state. So it's just me. So guess what I had to do? I had to get to know myself. So it's really easy for me, even though life can throw things at you and you get busy and it's, feels overwhelming. The remedy to that, I strongly believe one of the remedies is to get to know yourself. Get to know who you are, find your anchor. I've done a video on that before, and lean into that, because if you don't, then it's like when life throws stuff at you, and I just feel like I'm in a space and time right now where things are being thrown at me. I can always come back and center myself and remind myself of who I am, remind myself of, the self-care routines that are a must, right? It's not selfish to self-care, right? It's not selfish at all to be able to say, you know what, I need a timeout, or I need to stop working at this time, or I need to not answer phone calls today, or I need to not do this. That is absolutely okay, because when you do that, you start to become the best version of yourself, and you can give your best version of yourself to other people. So your homework for today, Professor Campbell had on today, ask yourself that question. Who am I? I'm asking you, who are you? But ask yourself, who am I? Really dig deep, and be honest with yourself. And then if you come to the conclusion you don't know who you are, then we have some homework to do. So maybe that'll be the next few videos that I do. How do you discover who you are? And I think I can come up with some practical tips on that. So I hope that helps somebody. I look forward to doing that and putting that together for you all. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful week or weekend, and I will see y'all on the next video.